There's no way we're getting this old, cause how is this already so nostalgic? Like when Kanye used to actually release music, releasing My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010, Watch the Throne in 2011, and even Yeezus in 2013, whereas now he's just faded into obscurity and controversy. But then there's Drake, who basically soundtracked the entire early 2010s. Back when Take Care dropped in 2011 and Nothing Was the Same in 2013, you couldn't escape him. Every party, car ride, and tweet had a Drake line attached to it. He wasn't just a rapper then, he was the voice of every moody late night scroll through your phone. That version of Drake, still hungry, still introspective, feels so far gone now. Then there's Kendrick Lamar, who made rap feel like cinema again. Good Kid, MAAD City turned a personal story into a generational masterpiece, and To Pimp a Butterfly only expanded that vision. Every song felt deliberate, every skit world building. Looking back, it's wild how youthful and visionary that era feels, like watching a genius in real time before he became mythic. J. Cole is another one, because 2014 Forest Hills Drive wasn't just an album, it was a movement. Platinum with no features became the battle cry for every hip-hop purist online. That album felt personal, grounded, like listening to a friend make it big without changing up. It's that balance of humility and success that makes this era so nostalgic. And of course, Nicki Minaj, when she was in her Pink Friday and Pink Print era, she wasn't just rapping, she was performing. Every verse was a scene, every feature a show stealer. She was everywhere, unapologetic and animated, and even now, no one brings that chaotic energy quite like that early Nicki run did. Chance the Rapper is another huge nostalgia hit. The acid rap and coloring book eras made optimism cool, blending gospel and rap with that unmistakable Chicago charm. He was the SoundCloud favorite who somehow beat the system and won Grammys without a label. Remembering that era now feels like remembering when rap felt totally free. Then there's Childish Gambino, who made being weird and rap feel cool, because the internet hit like a Tumblr fever dream, clever, emotional, and way too online. His storytelling, his visuals, even the meta web script made the whole album bigger than music. It's the kind of creative risk you rarely see at that scale anymore. Tyler, the creator, also had one of the craziest transformations of the decade. From the chaos of Goblin to the emotional depth of Flower Boy, he went from shock value to artistry. That bright, vulnerable record felt like him coming into his own, both musically and personally. Hearing it now feels like revisiting a time when artists weren't afraid to grow up in public. Then we have Future, who made Heartbreak sound menacing and addictive. DS2 defined mid-2010s trap, muddy beats, hypnotic hooks, and pure mood. He made Burnout an aesthetic and Sadness a flex. That stretch was the blueprint for an entire wave of rappers after him. A$AP Rocky is another fixture of 2010's cool. Long Live, A$AP, and At Long Last, A$AP were all about merging high fashion, Harlem swagger, and psychedelic haze. He made being stylish and spaced out feel aspirational. Those projects remind you of an era when rap felt luxurious and cinematic again. Then there's Wiz Khalifa, who gave the 2010s its carefree party anthem with Black and Yellow. His Rolling Papers era was weed smoke, good vibes, and Taylor Gang chants everywhere. It wasn't deep, it was fun, sunny, and universally likable. Simpler times you can almost smell through the all chord. Mac Miller will always be one of the most sentimental nostalgia triggers. We watched him grow from frat rap kid to full-blown artist with albums like Watching Movies with the Sound Off and Faces. He matured in real time, evolving into this soulful, self-reflective presence. Every era feels like a different snapshot of a friend you rooted for. Then there's Travis Scott, back when he felt like the future arriving early. Days before Rodeo and Rodeo were all chaos, energy, and ambition in surround sound. His music was cinematic long before Astroworld made him a superstar. That early era still feels like the raw, unfiltered version of Travis people first fell for. Does anyone remember this next guy? Because if you don't, you might just be in for a heavy dose of nostalgia. Schoolboy Q also deserves a shout. Oxymoron was the grime and grit that balanced TDE's polished brilliance. It was that perfect blend of West Coast menace and mainstream bounce. Every time Man of the Year comes on, it's like hearing the soundtrack of 2014 parties again. And finally, Lil Wayne, the godfather of so many of these runs. The Carter 4 might have signaled the end of his peak, but that aura still hung over everything. His sound, his punchlines, his work ethic shaped the entire 2010s rap landscape. Every time you hear one of his proteges, you're reminded just how dominant that Wayne era really was, and during the 2010s was the most peak Lil Wayne time ever.